Assalamualaikum and a very good day. My name is Nur Hidayati binti Irawan 267990. Today our group would like to present our problem-based learning, which is PBL1. Before we proceed to our presentation, I would like to highlight on the matter that we will explain in the presentation. First is introduction. Secondly is a system request summary. Next is preliminary investigation finding, recommendation, project roles, times and cost estimate, and expected benefit. It is important to know the flow of the project. Now let us move to the introduction. Introduction. What is information technology? Basically, information technology is a technology used to acquire and process information in the support of human purpose. It consists of different elements such as hardware, software, network, and other elements that controlled by the company. Information technology will be useless if there is no system development. Now, we will take a look on the information technology system development. It is a development of a new software application program that involves a process of defining, designing, testing, and implementing it. The development will start from the system request to preliminary investigation. It involves 7 phases which start with planning, system analysis and requirement, system design, development, integration and testing, implementation, and operation. The stated phases need the information technology team to work on. For the case overview in this project, we have been given 2 situations whether to choose to handle on the Pasaraya Sharecare or Sharecare Hotel. Our group had chosen Pasaraya Sharecare. The situation now is where the Pasaraya Sharecare is facing a decreasing in sales. Mr. No, which is chairman of the Koperasi Sharecare, want to conduct the investigation on the management of the Pasaraya Sharecare. The problem comes from inventory and employee management. And Mr. No asked for the help from Sinto IT to develop certain system. Now we will move to the system request summary. After we examine the problem faced by the Pasaraya Sharecare, as a member of Sinto IT, we have come across to develop several systems that the Pasaraya might need. Before we start with the development, as have been mentioned before, we need to come with the system request first before we proceed to the preliminary investigation. The system request basis is to overcome the problem faced by the Pasaraya, and as you guys can see in the slide, we tend to develop 2 types of system, which are inventory system and biometric attendance system. Inventory system is a system that can overcome the problem of missing items on the shelf and the availability of the stocks, where it will have the record on the movement of the inventory from the store. While biometric attendance system will reduce the problem on the record of the employee's attendance. There will be no wrong recording or deception in the attendance record. After conducting their investigation toward the Pasaraya Sharecare, there are plenty of problems occurs. Let us take a look one by one. The first problem that has been found is missing items. The items at the shelf are commonly missing, and it has been found that the items were taken by the employees for their own use. The next problem is stock are not available. Physical evidence shows that the shelves are always empty. Thirdly, it has been found that the company have received complaint on selling the expired food. The foods are expected to be received from the supplier that provide the most expired food. From the aspect of the employees' management, the problem that have been found is the employees are sleeping during working time. It might occur when the work shift is not arranged properly. Besides, employees do not come to the work but attendance is full. It is a rise that the HR department found it, since it involved the salary payment to the employee. After listing out the underlying problems, now let us move to the fishbone diagram that we have been discussed. Since we request for 2 types of system, we come out with the 2 fishbone diagram that indicates all the problem arise. As you can see in the slide, there are 2 different fishbone diagram. As we know that the fishbone diagram is the come out of the causes and the effect. from the first fishbone, which is the effect of lack of inventory control. The causes is the environment, action, and people. Firstly, we go to the environment. The environment where the place to keep the inventory is not really suitable for the inventory. Next is the action. No supervision on the stock availability and no such report has been found. Lastly is the people. Management who control the purchasing of stock did not ordering the stock timely, and the management involved in the fraudulent action when ordering and dealing with the supplier. Now we move to the second fishbone, which is employees' attitude. The causes is the management, the training, and the action. The management where the arrangement of the work shift is not really suitable. For the training, the management do not provide enough training for their employees. Lastly is the action, where the employees is demotivated. That's all from me. I will pass to my team member, which is Ita Nazira, to continue the presentation.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ita Nazira binti Muhammad Zaki. My matric number 267996. Okay, now I will continue the presentations. I will share with you about preliminary investigations finding, which is under 3.0. Okay, first is project scope and constraint. So we have 4 elements, which is must do, should do, could do, and won't do. Before we want to build the system and want to do the project, okay, all the teamwork must understand the project scope, such as management, employee, and the method used for the project scope. Then teamwork also must understand the management requirement to introduce the new system for the client, because before we want to build something, okay, we need to know what our client or what the management of the company wants us to do, what they want us to solve. So our team need to understand or must understand the management requirement. Second element is should do, which inventory system. Okay, for inventory system, it should systematically records all the data about the purchasing of the goods and selling of the goods. So before we build, we need to make sure that the system should systematically record all the data. It is because when there is some issue, okay, the management or the company can use this data and this data regarding to the purchasing, okay, so it can help them to make a decision or anything that they need to. Then for the biometric attendance system, the system should analyze, detect, and assess the persons that are tampering for the attendance. It is because we can solve the problem when other employee get the attendance for other employees. So by doing this system, okay, the system can avoid that issue. Okay, then for before we build the system, okay, both of the new system. Third element is could do, which for both system that we will build, okay, it can produce complete reports with needed and important data to the management for every required by them. So it's mean like if management want to use the data or when they need the data instantly, so they can figure out and can print out from the system. Okay, and the last one, okay, the last element is must do, where and the last one is won't do. Okay, everything that we do, every system that have been built, okay, of course there are obstacles and something that they can't do, they won't do. Okay, first, for inventory system, it won't be able to record a profit and disbursement of the company, since only focus on inventory. It means that this inventory system is not the system that can produce the profit and the profit reports. Okay, it's only focused on the inventory. Okay, it will produce the report and data only about the inventory, only about the purchasing and selling of goods, not other expenses or else. Okay, for biometric attendance system, it won't be able to produce the total salary amount of employee. Okay, because this is only the system of attendance, not the system that will record or the system that will calculate the salary of the employee. No. Okay, next, I will continue with the constraint of the project, or the constraint of to build the system. Okay, first, we had faced the problem of limited resources. Okay, which is informations that provided by the interview session are not really satisfied. Okay, as we know, all the company, all the supermarket will not disclose everything. Okay, and maybe it's just like the basic details that they would give to us. Okay, so because of that, we do not have so many information that we want. Okay, so we decide to get the informations at the several supermarket websites. So we just go to the website and search for information that we need. Okay, well, just like I say, that supermarket unable to provide too much info, as it been confidential to them. Okay, for share to us. Okay, the second one is our constraint or our problem that we need to face is limited of time, which is we had a limited time doing this project because we need to, before we build system, before we do the project, before we continue the project, we need to do so many research. We need to go for interview, go find the informations in the website, in the internet. So this will take our time to build, or it will limit our time to do the project. Okay, and the second reason is when we had lack of resources that we gather before develop new system. So when we had lack of resources, so we need to find where we need to find. So it take time. When it take time, so it's mean like we will do not have so many time to build the system very well. Okay, then 3.3, which is perform fact finding. Okay, to do this project, okay, we had do some fact finding. Okay, some finding that we decide it can help us to develop the system. Okay, first is interview. which is we do interview session with a sales and marketing executive of VMart supermarket at UM Sintok. Okay, so by doing that session, when we do interview sessions, okay, we will know that, or we had know that all purchases and sales are authorized and in charge by different persons. So this is important because when different person had their own tasks, so the purchase and the sales flow will smoothly. Okay, then we also learn how they store the stock in the safe. So when we learn about that, okay, we will know that this is what the supermarket flow. Okay, then we also get basic informations in how the employee get for the attendance, because for pasaraya, for this pasaraya, for our then we also get basic information in how the employee get for the attendance. Okay, so by that, okay, we can solve the problem of pasaraya share care, where we can get idea, okay, how to avoid issue of the attendance, such as other employee take attendance for other employee. Okay, when we do interview sessions, okay, we also have a picture about how their management assess the report of the existing system in the supermarket, and how management solve the problem that they face in day-to-day operations. Okay, second technique that we use to perform the fact finding, okay, is internet research. Okay, because we have limited resources by interview session, so we go to internet research. Okay, so by doing internet research, okay, we can differentiate the inventory flow in big supermarket and the small supermarket. Then the second one is we find the best way in handling the common problem that faced by the supermarket. Okay, and we also find out the human resources management in handling the employee and their needs. And we also this technique also make us easy, okay, to summarize the result and outcome before starting develop the system.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nafisa binti Muhammad Najib, 268010. Today I'm going to present my part, which is 3.4, Project Usability, Benefit, Cost and Schedule Data. What is Project Usability? Project usability is a measure of capability of a project to meet the management goals. This concept is used in the information technology, in reference, in software application and websites. So based on PBL case, Koperasi Sharecare willing to pay us to develop a new system in making improvement to their Pasaraya Sharecare, in solving the symptom, problems and issue that they had in their supermarket. The improvement is really important to their community cooperative growth and gain more profit for their members. Benefit, where it also will automatically lead to additional of members' capital. Next is 3.4.2, which is project benefit. Project benefit is the expected benefit the management expect to receive if they adopt this system. The benefit are not just the managers, but also to the employees, the business, and most importantly to the users. So by developing this system, it makes easier for the management to review the report provided and help them to make a good decision, and lastly, improve their old system always. At the same time, Pasaraya Sharecare also can increase their reputation, customer, and lastly contribute to gain in profit and benefit to their community cooperative members. So next is 3.4.3, which is project cost. As you seen in the slide, table 1 shown inventory system and biometric attendance system, which is the new system that we want to develop to Pasaraya Sharecare. So these are the total cost, which is for inventory system only. It costs 13,900, and biometric attendance system, which costs 12,850. Next is schedule data. So what is schedule data? Schedule data is a data that contains description of the works that we need to do, and the duration of time it takes to complete the works, and the procedure of the test. We are using Microsoft Project, so after we key in all the data in the schedule data just now, we will have a Gantt chart that looks like the figure 1. Next, we will also get a PERT chart, which is the timeline of our work, and which way our work will finish first. So in the PERT chart, we can see the type of works, the duration, the time, and the finish date.
Okay, next, okay, our team, okay, also evaluate the feasibility of the system for both system, okay. For the operational feasibility, okay, both system will be used to measure solutions of the problem. Means that we build the system to solve the problem, or to reduce or to avoid some issue regarding to the past problem. Okay. Second is the system is accepted by the management as well by the user. Okay, meaning that we need to make sure that the system that we build is accepted by the management and the user of the system. Okay. And then the system also can solve the human mistake. Okay. It also easier and more convenience to use than the system exists in the market. Okay, because this is a modern system, it's a new system, so it's of course more convenience, okay, than other system. Okay, for the technical feasibility, okay, for this system, for both system, the technical requirement must be the system that can support the technical capability of organizations. Meaning that when we build the system, we need to make sure that the company or our client, which is Pasaraya Sharecare, have a technical requirement that can support our system. Okay, for example, hardware that they need to use, software, and network resources. Then our team also will provide the technical specialized skills and expert in technology to conduct in the new implements of system when any unexpected error. Okay, when we talk about new systems, so there are sometimes there will be unexpected error. So our team will provide the specialized skills and technology skills for them, for Pasaraya Sharecare. Okay, and economic feasibility. Okay, for the economic feasibility, it refer to the business or a project cost. whether the cause is wise and logically or not. Okay, then by using this system, okay, the clients, or which is peserta share care, no need to hire an IT staff, because the system is not requiring a company to have a high specifications computer platform and also skills. Then system servers, hardware and software value are not expected to decrease in near time, meaning that our server, okay, we'll make sure that our server is will not break down in a short time or in a near time. So means that the company will not be costly because of the breakdown of the server. Okay, and the last one is schedule feasibility. Okay, even we had faced some problem like lack of resources, limited of time, but our project can be implemented in acceptable frame, means that it goes smoothly, it implement well. Okay, then estimated time taken to complete a system is to be more or less than 94 days, which is approximately 14 weeks to complete from 1st March 2020 until 4 June 2020. So our team do good work, okay, work together, okay, so we can build the system very well in the acceptable time frame. That's all from me. Thank you.
Next, I will present 4.0, which is recommendation. So after reviewing and analyze the feasibility study, we can conclude that the inventory and biometric attendance system is feasible to be implemented. We believe that if peserta share care use this system, it will generate more profit in the future, and it not only give the benefit to the management but also to the employees. This system will allow employees to work more systematic and makes the burden of the work easier. There are also some of the suggestion for peserta share care that we can conclude, which is peserta share care needs to buy an accounting system in order to record their transactions, so that or they can do it the traditional way, for example a bookkeeping way, to record their accounting transaction. This is because the inventory system that we implement only record the inventory and not the purchase and sales transaction. Next, since biometric attendance system only record information of attendance, so we suggest that peserta share care also invest their money into payroll software system in order to easily calculate their employees payroll and reduce the error in calculation of the salary. Next, we suggest that peserta share care are having provide a training program to all of their employees and top management to introduce their new system, so that all the employees and managers will be familiar with the new system. Furthermore, it also good if all the employees know how to use it and master the system. So the ultimate goal of the training is them to learn about the system and how to operate. Thank you.
My name is Sahini Lim, metric number 2680X. I'm going to present project rules, time and cost estimated, and expected benefit. Projects rule. To achieve the successful projects and aiming for the project's goal, the project's team need to carefully arrange the planning and organize the works that need to be done. Each of the project's team members will have their own responsibility to make sure that the projects can be successful. Nur Hidayati, project leader, the person who in charge of the team felicitations and maintaining the team cohesion. Project leader duty include develop a project plan and manage deliverables according the plan, determine methodology used on the projects, establish a project schedule and determine each phase, provides regular update to the upper management. Sahini Lim, software architect, the person who is responsible for the high-level design and strategic planning of the new software products. Software architect's duty include oversight technical design and engineering disciplines, determine the technology stacks to use, coaching the team, design the entire system based on the received requirement. Ita Nazira, test analyst, responsible for identifying and defining required tests, monitoring the test recovered and evaluating the overall quality experience when testing the test item. Test analyst duty include gathering and managing the test data, quality assurance of software and development, ensure product is release ready, defining the appropriate test required and anything associated to test data. Nafisa, developer and UX designer. The developer is responsible for the actual buildings of the solutions and make up the core of the team. Developer duty includes skill problem solvers, ensure product usability and stability, develop the features layout of the sprints, update the project leader on the progress in stand-up meeting. The UX designer is involved throughout the delivery process from beginning to the end. UX designer duty include researching market data and gather the findings needed, interviewing users, turn the projects or product visions into virtual things. Time and cost estimate. We estimate that 13 days will be required for an analyst to perform the recommended system analysis. The table below is estimated the cost in performing system analysis. If the system development work continue on this project, the estimated costs are as follows. Development cost 260,000, annual operating cost 66,000. The summarized duration of each phase of the project development is 64 days. Expected benefits, tangible. Improve the accuracy of inventory order. It has saved time and money, increase efficiency and productivity. Tangible, minimize the probability of error when keying the inventory, lead the more organized work environment, increase customer satisfaction.